Right, here we are, Ivy House. I don't know if this is working or not, I can't bloody well tell as usual. Looks about right, drawn peg 1. First day out, new pole. A bit of a nightmare at the start as I went arse over tit on the slippery bit of wood. I broke 2 things. Luckily not the pole. Anyway, I'm a bit all over the shop this morning. I'm going to start very simply with and you starting very simply, just I'll put a little bit of expander in, a few micros in on one line, not exceed off and straight out on a slapping rig. 2 lines. Got this a little bit not set up 100%, if I'm honest today. Anyway, first line is in on the tree there. Literally just going to bosh that in there. That's all I'm putting in to start with. Got a little bit short on my in a bit there, a little bit all over the shop. I've got my angles are all wrong. That's because I went arse over. You know what? So I'm just going to flick a bomb out quick, just very quickly. I'm just going to have a little diggle out there and see what happens. I'm pinging a few pellets on my see what I mean? By not being at all ready today. Everything's wrong. All over the shop. There we go. Let's see what happens. It's out there. I don't really want to fish the tip, but I'm just gonna phone's trying to do a download. It looks to me like Joff's had one slapping. No, he hasn't. I thought he did, but he hasn't. Oh, he might have. No, he hasn't. That's all I'm putting out there for the minute. Better. Plan is to catch that fish. stocky, but I'll take it. Good start, £2. Just keep doing it till it stops going round, basically. A little bit too far that time, but we'll leave it. Not very. I have to grab the rod a bit today because it's not hooked in properly. Really need a stronger catapult, to be honest, with this wind. Right, I'm going to ping some 4s over there. It's basically and then we're going to ping a few 4s on that 13 metre line there. Probably fed a bit too much already, to be honest, but hey. We'll see what happens. So I'm going to get out of the hole really. I'm going to use my pole because I haven't used it yet. I won't film for hours, I'm just going to do little bits today. Need to move this rest, it's in the wrong place. I should be doing that very shortly. Actually going to switch this to 6mm in that short line. I've just got a funny feeling 6s will be better. I'm going to fish 4s longer. It's towing quite a bit. Don't know why, it's not windy. So anyway, basically today I've set up a a strung rig straight in front, a bulk to my left, towards quite close, about a foot away from the bank, an edge, a little gap there, short line here, which I can change around a bit if I need to. I didn't see Joff turn up this morning actually, so he must have come in late. Probably because the M4's been shut. Right, let's just see if that's better, because I had it before, weren't very good. I fell over on this slippery platform, basically. I went straight over. There's a bit of wood there that's really slippery, and it's I broke this snapped. I managed to rescue it for now. I need another one down here. If I can buy that separate, I'll have a look. And that wasn't good. And that was a present from my daughter as well. So I'm not happy. It is frustrating. I'm feeding past where I'm feeding. Might have to switch that to feeding some 8mm because they're going absolutely everywhere. That's no good in the wind. The wind coming straight into my switches to a method. Funny feeling it's going to be a tip day. I don't know why. I've caught well on this peg before, fishing 13 metres, just pinging pellets. That was a while back, to be fair. I think I might have to get a few 8mm out. Let's see what happens. Early days yet. So where was I? Short line for hard pellets, 13 metres, sort of a strung rig. I'm going to fish our softened 4mm, so I've been pinging a few 4mm. The same 13 metres along the bank there, little strung, a bolt rig and a edge, but I don't know about that. See, Josh's got another one. This is a bit bigger by the looks of it. He's just lost his. Might have been fair look. So they're not big, but it's a fish. Need to feed when the wind drops. I'm going to drop this a little bit shorter this time where I've been feeding. That's better. I feel that's a little bit deeper there. Them fish are not cold, so that tells it, you know, we've not had any mega cold nights yet. Going to feed when the wind gets up. Need to get a stronger catapult out. Using Joff as me marker. See if that's any better, shall we? That's a bit better. Oh well, we're completely set up badly today. It's a funny bank this. Don't want to break anything. I didn't bring me pickups, which I'm a bit annoyed about because I don't want to ruin my top kits. Anyway, so there's 2 little pull rounds, no line, there's no nothing, it's just goes round or it doesn't, like that basically. So that was obviously hooked, foul hooked. You don't get any indications, it just wraps round, it's crazy. Say they're not big fish. This is a good peg for this tip, they do live here. You know, I was up further to my right last time I was here and had 1 fish doing this. It just goes to show you, if they're not there, they're not there. There's a few skin bobs next to me. Going well short is where I'm feeding. Just scattering everywhere. It's no good like that. You need them to be bunched in. We will have a look in a minute on the pole, but I'm going to ping off and I'll come back in a little one. Quick update, just coming up to 6 minutes short of the first hour. £12 on the clicker. I've just had one, just tip's gone round and it's only a little fish scattered around and came off. Definitely fish out there. Looking around, seems like everyone that was catching a few on the tip have stopped catching. We'll have a little go on the pole in a minute, on the hour, just to see what happens really. Getting a few odd liner out there now, just makes me wonder if there's some bigger fish have moved across, but it's going to keep feeding it, just leave it. I can go back out there, it's not a biggie. We'll have a quick look on the pole. Might be that I'm just going to end up having to sit on this all day, I don't know yet, we'll see. I know Callum's fishing for silvers, but knowing Callum, he'll probably catch £30 a carp with the silvers and win the match. He's practicing for the fish silvers that's here next Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't do that. I could do it if I took the day off work, but it's a great competition. That's warranting 50 quid for the ticket and then 30 quid for the pools on the day plus bait. You know, you're looking at 100 quid without having any breakfast. A lot of money for one match and taking the day off work. A bit different if I was already off, but I don't really want to take a day off work. Seems to me if you don't get a bite within 3 minutes, you need a recast. So I'm going to have one more recast before I go back out on the tip. And then we'll have a go on the pole. I notice there's catching a few on the pole now on peg 18 opposite, so let's see what happens. We'll have a last quick go on this and then we'll have a quick go on the pole. It seems to be go out, settles. If you're lucky, get a bite quick. It's almost like they hear the splash, follow it down and have it, or they don't. A little bit of movement out there. I do wonder if I should have set a waggle up, but the wind's coming straight at my face, so that would have been near on impossible, I think, to do it right. Seems a bit pointless fishing 16 metres because you're not getting anywhere near that island. So I'm sticking to 13. Got me 14 bit out if I need it. I haven't fished my pole at 16 metres yet. There's a little liner. There's definitely a few stockies out there. Got 3 lines on the pole, so I'll have a go on each line. This shorter line I'm hoping will come good later. I don't think the edges are going to be any good if I'm honest. I'm hoping that will be better. I'm priming it for later on really. Seems to have little sign, feel like that, possibly skimmers. I'm fishing a hard banded pellet on the shorter line, and my soft 4mm hookers and my primer tracks softened pellets on the hook at 13 left, slightly to my left and then left at the bank. And a strung rigs on those, I'll change them to a bulk if I need to. See what happens. I feel like a slow fall might be better today. I don't know why, just got a funny feeling. I drew this peg once in probably about 5-6 years ago now, thinking about it. I caught at £178 just pinging 4 mils and tapping. Lovely day. Good fish as well. Oh, Peg 18's definitely on a bit of a roll now. He's got another one on, fishing short, so it's going to be cute to have a go on the pole, I think, and that's a better fish. He's got a red hydro in there, I think. It's definitely a better fish. So that way I'm thinking that rig's too light. That fish he's just caught opposite is probably £6. Might need to put a little back shot on this. Right, I need to just shallow that up by an inch. Come back a little bit, just a little bit past. Might have to lengthen the line on that a little bit. Indication then. Okay, so went out on that long pole, and to my left I had two stockies to my left, as they won about £3. Wind's got up, it's making a little bit of a pig. Definitely think I'm going to catch a few short today. Yeah, not doing anything special. Might have to put a slightly longer line on this. The wind's making it a bit difficult to hold it still, so just trying to keep it nice and tight. And basically just pinging a few formulas over the top. Put it this way, I don't want to catch anything much bigger. Only fishing an 8 to 10 elastic along there, and a 0.12. Simple fact, I do believe on this lake, the lightest you can get away with, the more bites you're going to get. But yeah, I might have to put a little bit of a longer line on in a minute, just because this pole just moving around a little bit. I'm trying to keep it as steady as possible. A little bit frustrating because that bank's, you know, you're fishing along the bank and there's bits of twigs and goodness knows what out there. But I'm going to have to sign off in a minute because the battery's about to run out, which is a bit stupid because it's not been filming for very long. That's another story. Just a little indication there. I do feel like I might catch a few short by throwing pellets. I've stopped feeding the tip line, to be honest. I'm trying to concentrate on this for a little while. A, because I want to use my pole because it's new, basically. They were quite small fish, and I just feel like I need if I sat out there all day on the tip and started feeding 8mm, then maybe. I don't know what else is being caught. I just sort of want to enjoy it, really. So simple as that. That's not sitting quite right now. That's the trouble when you're fishing on these banks. So many bits of twigs and stuff that you just can't really see. So, and that had it as soon as it settled. So, you know, there's definitely a few fish there. This pole does feel nice. It feels like you ain't going to lose any fish, as in like the pole's solid. I'll probably lose this now I said that, but I mean from the point of view that the pole's not going to give in for you. It feels solid. I need to have a pee and I'll change the battery. I think I'm being a little bit naughty here. I should probably have left that section on, if I'm honest. Bigger than I thought, actually. Yeah, much bigger than I thought. Okay, don't know what happened there. Seemed to have to switch yourself off anyway. I don't know if you saw that or not. That was probably about £8. I'll give it 6. Don't really feel like I need to do anything else at the moment. Yeah, there's fish there. I could end up on a shallow rig there. Or an overshotted, I didn't think about that. Perhaps I should have. That big carp and overshotted doesn't really, don't know, I've really tried it, to be honest. All we're getting bites is little liners. So that's looking good. If it stays like it. Trying to work out the best place there. I think there's some little fish there now, to be honest. My other line's fizzing like mad, but I think that's going to be them little skimmers. I'm going to try to put some pure ground expander in with some micros in, just to see what happens. I was going to fish me soft 4mm primer trap pellets over that. Sort of positioned the wrong way, really, this box for fishing along this bank. I, to be honest, thought it was going to be more open water today. There you go, so I definitely knew there's some fish there. There's no signs that time when I fed, and then as soon as I moved it, it went. Might be a skimmer or an F1. Nah, just a little stocky. This first one that's been hooked and not in the mouth, just under the chin. So I might have to look at depth change maybe. Going to feed that shorter now, get a little bit more in. I think that's recording alright still. I'll leave it a little bit longer and I'll probably turn it off in a bit. See what happens here now. Depends what that sun does through the gap. It'll be a sunny's job, I think. I mean, I'm getting a lot of bites there, a lot of indications. Are they coming up? I do wonder if there's a few roach there actually. I'll sign off a bit and I'll come back when it all changes. Well, they're alright, but peg opposite me, and peg one, he is catching more than me, and he's catching bigger fish basically. I think they just want to be sitting there rather than sitting here where I am. Definitely beating them. 4mm seems to have been better than 6s, weirdly. I keep resting the left edge. Just feel like you catch a couple and then you sort of need to leave it. But he's gone straight out there and he's gone clunk, clunk, clunk again. So he's catching more than me, definitely. That looks like a smaller fish, to be fair. But he's putting fish in the net all the time. That's the missed the bite. That's a definite. It's all going to be a bit like that today. I think it's got to keep going. Put as many fish in the net as you can and hope. I can't seem to catch in the open water like he is. I'm having to catch to my left along the bank. And they're not big fish, they're sort of pound and a half stockies. I mean, on my clicker I've only got 33 pound. I reckon he's got closer to 50. That's my guess. Whereas a bit earlier on I was getting bites quite quick. I'm having to wait a little bit now. He just bumped straight, you know, went straight out then and just hooked another one, so he's definitely got a few fish lined up there. Not really deep, but they do pull like mad when you cast them down that edge. I've got a click and two, so I don't want to go over. Alternating between 6mm and 4mm on the hook. That was on a 4mm. It just tells me something else is going on out there. And then they just have it like that, so I don't know. It's a bigger fish, but I've not, as I said before, I haven't gone too heavy. Not much bigger. Is there a few swirls weirdly then? I just want to see where this fish is up, because well, it's in the top lip, so could be an 18, 012, but we'll see what happens. If I have to go over it, I will. Let's just see what happens. Look at that, straight away. Right, so let's change you up, and we basically, I should have changed you up before I started. That'd teach me, wouldn't it? And that was the proper fish, so straight away. Let's step it up a little bit. Take his top off again in a minute. Of course that could have been just a fluke when it went out, but I don't know. Again over there, I need to start catching basically. Little dink, that's no different than what I was getting on the other rig, so yeah, interesting. That hasn't made a little difference. So could have been a foul little fish, that other one, of course. Some micros, not gonna go mad, just putting two balls down there and see what happens. Oh, here's another section. Put another one on again when I fish it, because it's no, I'm not saying I will catch down there, but I thought there was this thing down right down the edge. Got to have a go. Line, long one. Right,